Welcome, friend. Welcome to Morrowind.
Welcome, friends. Welcome back to Vardenfell and Balmora.
I've got my eye on you, Outlander.
I'm sure you have. For once, we don't look entirely insane, although the shoulders are definitely on the World of Warcraft weird and eccentric side. I can't help thinking that if you wore shoulder pieces like that into actual battle, all guards staring at us, you'd stand a good chance of funneling sword strikes and weapon strikes that would miss straight into your shoulder. And that doesn't seem like a good move. That seems like a bad move. Anyway, welcome. Sorry for the delay in posting. It's 2026. And wow, didn't that come out of the gate swinging? Yeah, that all the stuff that's happening at the moment is just horrifying.
Gods, guard duty is dull. Give me a bandit raid or blighted monsters to slay anything.
I'm trying to monologue here, friend. Do you mind? Let's just get out of your immediate zone, shall we? Yes, you're very chatty. But that's not my problem. Words fail me, and I'm sure that you're every bit as aware of everything as I am, probably more so. For the avoidance of doubt, if you're in any way approving of the stuff that's been happening in Minneapolis, please just stop watching and go away and never ever come back.
I am never too busy for a good talk.
Dear God. Yeah, that's fine. Just sod off, thanks. We don't need you. So, with that said, and literally just getting out of the way so that I can think for a bit, last time we more or less found ourselves at a loose end. We've been doing stuff with the astrologians for a very long time now. I haven't looked to check how many episodes, but I'm sure it's an intimidating amount of stuff. And the fact that you're hearing this means that at the very least it hasn't driven you away, so thank you for that. I found it interesting. I hope you did too. I'm going to try and turn to more regular gameplay than just focusing on one single large mod for a while. We'll see what happens and what rabbit holes I fall down, because that's how it goes. My hand is particularly manky at the moment, has been for several weeks. I'm starting to consider strapping a couple of my fingers together just to stop me using them as much. That's not a great thing, but it is what it is. Hopefully it's temporary. On top of that, I got very little sleep last night, so I'm likely to be more rambly and less focused than usual, which is really saying something. So if we do get into any serious combat, you can expect me to be horrifyingly murdered quite effectively. So that should be fun. Having a look through my list of things that we haven't done yet, here in the journal, under quests in particular, I noticed that, although I don't remember which quest it is in particular, there's someone waiting for us. Oh, probably this. No, there's that too. But there's someone we should talk to waiting in the Black Shalk. in Caldera. Yeah, I don't remember which thing it actually is. But let's go to Caldera and talk to the bird. They run that little temple monastery thing we saw out of town. Oh, I've leveled up, have I? Now, I have no idea whether I have prepped myself with 5 stat up points for this level up. So, before I do anything else, let's drop another save, have a nap, find out, and if necessary, do some quick training. No, you're all far too chatty and I'm feeling antisocial. Leave me alone. No. Stats all over the place. Ho-hum. I think intelligence probably needs to come up. And endurance is always good. So let's reload.
I do enjoy a
What
good
are we
conversation.
doing with intelligence at the moment in our miscellaneous skills? Conjuration would be good. It's always easy to find. Conjuration enchantment's pretty high. Yeah. And spear. Let's see if anyone here teaches conjuration. No. No.
Nothing gets you there faster than magic.
Knows that you are a
Conjuration. Good work, Kajira. Good work. 1, 2, 3. 5 points should be enough. Thank you, Azura. And spear. Maybe I can get next door with the fighters, if we're lucky. I don't know why I usually walk around that post. Guess it feels a bit more polite somehow.
Do you need something?
I never claimed to be sane, though.
When you need to do a lot of damage in a hurry,
You probably don't train me yet.
try my inexpensive iron
I
spider
see we
dagger,
share the same
or an
company.
imperial netch
What
blade
can I
for
do
even
for you?
more bite.
The same company. What does that even mean? Do you train anything? You do not.
Is there something I can do
And
for you?
you do not either.
Your actions show promise. What do you want?
Yes, but promise of what, friend Orc? Promise of what? Is it promise of random theft? Because then I'm with you, they do.
Well, hello there.
As that? No. Spear. Excellent.
With pleasure.
1,
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be plenty as well. The Dark Art of the Morrowind level up. Not quite enough in endurance. Okay.
You seem like very good company.
I have my moments. Thank you. Okay, there we go. 5 intelligence, 5 endurance, and a pip of luck. As I think I've said before, wanging your endurance up to 100 quickly is a good move because that maxes your hit points, and that's always useful.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Do you do repair?
Well, friend, what brings
You
you?
do. Just repair everything. Thank you. Pleasure is all mine. Run around the post because I can. Nothing can stop me except the game crashing in about a half second I'm doing it.
Teleportation is the only civilized way to travel.
You know, I do agree. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Really do with some teleportation nowadays.
Nothing gets you there faster than magic.
What fantastic news, Amelia! Thank you so much! I feel so much better already. Ugh.
Walk with virtue, Edmund.
I have much news. I am not sharing any of it with you. No, you're a trader. You're a pub.
Greetings.
Ugh. Surprise bard! There's no need for that sort of violence. Chalder.
I take it you want something. Well, what is it?
No, Chalder. What do you want? What are you looking at? Come here to buy me a drink? Or just curious about Caldera Priory? I notice that's not an option. I would buy you a drink if I could. Seems polite. Always Caldera Priory. It's all anyone ever asks me about. You want to know what happened? The undead came, that's what happened. They came from below. They came through the well. I don't know why. We were peaceful worshippers dedicated to Stendar, and I was just doing my job. I was making nails and tools and maybe the occasional axe so we could defend ourselves against the wildlife. None of us deserved this. Maybe it is this cursed land. Maybe it is telling us to leave. I don't know. Go on. The prior, Demas Kalian is his name. He and I and a few of the others were eating in the kitchen when it happened. The skeletons came in through the trapdoor to the tunnels, and through the hall door something else entered. It was a monster, a butcher, with a cleaver in one hand and a sickle in the other, and it slaughtered them. Sounds fun. Demas grabbed me and pushed me out the door, and I ran. I thought he was right behind me, but when I looked over my shoulder he was being pulled back into the kitchen. There was nothing I could do. I ran, and I left them all to die. It's okay, you're right, there was nothing you could do. Be glad you survived. Demas saved me, if not for him. Say, stranger, you look as though you can take care of yourself. Do you have any experience fighting the undead? Of course, it's my daily bread. Like, who says that? Who would say that? Come on now. Yes, I can fight the undead. You seem very confident in your abilities. Perhaps you could help? The Imperial Guards are useless. They don't want to even go near the Priory. But perhaps you would? Perhaps you would be able to cleanse the Priory of that undead vermin? I don't have much to offer, except, well, if you go there, I suppose you could keep anything that you find worth keeping. Could and indeed would. That's my daily bread. At this point, I don't think anyone would be missing whatever it is that you would take. Well, only you, right? Ha ha! What say you? Will you help? Yeah, of course. Thank you, stranger. Syra, I will not forget this. You will find Caldera Priory along the northern road that leads out of town. It's not far. When you're there, you will have to find a way in. The undead might have blocked the entrances to the houses. I don't know. But the chapel should be open. I saw some of the undead coming out of there while I was running away. But be careful, stranger. The butcher will have made its lair somewhere inside the priory. That sounds awfully familiar. Are you sure this isn't 1996? Kill it and return to me. I will. Cheers. Do you sell anything worth buying? Oh. I have everything on me, do I? It happens. Ugh! What's wrong with you? Dear gods. Possessed by sheer Gorath. Poor man. This does not look like a north road. This looks like a west road. Something deeply up with that bard. This looks like a north road. This looks like a prairie. Let us go and find out what we can find out. I see. I'm guessing this is the crypt you were talking about. Yes, ruined chapel. Wooden door to random hut. Reinforced wooden door. Presumably that won't open and isn't unlockable. But let's give that a try first. Yes, blocked from the inside. How about you? Yes, ditto. I hear a script friend. Script friend. Right, let's go in here. Okie dokie. I see spiders. Spiders are not typically undead. It does mean that if you're arachnophobic, I apologize. I will attempt to remember to include a note. I'm pretty sure that spiders do not, in fact, automatically flip over onto their backs when you hit them with a sword. Just saying. I mean, doesn't look grand in here, but... you know? Bit of a dusting. Bit of time with a nice stout brush. Very nice stout brush. It could be fine. Now this reminds me of places in Oblivion. More spiders. That great famous undead threat of spiders. Nice fresco. Picture could be slightly sharper, but I appreciate it. Very Elgin marbles. Elgin marbles. I'll take that. I might actually have one on me already, but you can always have another, right? Oh, hello. Is this a distraction or is this progress? Let's have a look. Burning coffin. Nice ring. Very shiny bone. Suspiciously shiny bone, frankly. Almost certainly useless, but make sure. Yeah, that's the same way. Okay, so it is progress. I like to work on these tunnels too. It's a shame they couldn't think of anything more interesting than spiders, but I like the work. No. At least vaguely plausible. I understand the requirements of barrels and loot and flesh horrors here. Well, zombies okay. Nasty feeling I'm going to end up with my strength nerfed. Do I have a strength restoration? I don't know, let's have a look. Dead brandy, dead key. Yeah, feather. Well, feather's better than nothing in a push, I suppose. Intelligence, rising force. No, of course I don't. Well, we're just going to have to try to not have that happen to us then, aren't we? Plenty of saving. Plenty of scumming. Oh, that's what that is. Yeah, like I was saying, I understand the need to have things with loot in for game purposes. But at the same time, you know, that's 5 barrels we're looking at, and it contains, what, a tankard, a mug, a lamp, no, a spool of thread, not even a lamp, piece of crumpled paper, some shears, drum, and 3 baskets. Like, who would ever put those things in a bunch of barrels in a tunnel? Just, you know, mind-bending, really. The implications about the health, particularly the mental health of the good folk of Morrowind is really quite alarming. And like, you know, that a crate with 3 quid in it. Why? Doesn't make sense. Don't think I want a left arm. It doesn't appear to be a reagent. Skelly! I've got more than enough bone meal. Not that useful as an ingredient. Ackle is good. Eggs are fine. Archers. Steel arrows. Sellable. Steel longbow. Sellable. Crude short bow, not worth it. Cork bulb arrow. Yeah, not really worth it. Iron arrow, not really worth it. I know, I'm kind of defaulting to more than 10 to 1 at this point. We have quite a lot of stuff we could sell if we needed it. Barrel full of pants. Tempting. I too yearn even for the barrel pants. O mighty Stendar, deliver unto me the barrel pants. that I may too know humility and itchiness and fleas. Still, good cache of brandy. And flint cells. Rocks. No sense of humor. Definitely have that. That's pretty. I think this at least makes sense. A little small strong box with money in it. Way into the prairie. Ingredients. I may have the makings of a potion to headless zombie, huh? See, that's a more plausible looking bone. I may have the makings of a potion to restore strength, but I also might not. I'll check if it comes down to it. Might as well keep hoarding the human flesh. You never know when you might need to delight a hungry cannibal and not get much in the process or something. I don't really know what I'm saying. Fortify strength. And I'll take it. Temporary is better than nothing. That's the way up. So was there anything the other way? What even was the other way? This way, I guess. We will know them by the trail of dead, etc. Are you also a way up to the chapel? If we get to the point where I do have to search all of my random crap for an alchemical concoction that can help me with strength restoration, I will not inflict that particular thing on you on camera. Because, I mean, cool. It's just dull. And, you know, you don't need to see me spending 5 or 10 minutes painstakingly mousing through a long list of small items, muttering to myself, do you? Although, I suppose one could argue quite persuasively that that's basically what you get to see the entire time anyway. Not sure how I feel about... Oh, the house. Okay, let's do the house first. Yeah. Not sure how I feel about the Prairie's own stuff. I think we do without that. The Prairie's own food stores and barrels also having human flesh in them. Maybe it was hound meat or guar meat. Let's pretend that was the case, shall we? With that milk. Gotta keep up that calcium for nice healthy bones. Already checked that, didn't I? No, I didn't. At the very least, I got enough to open a good sandwich shop in here. could even sell some fruit on the side. And who doesn't want loot sandwiches, huh? What greater delight can there be than food scavenged from horrifying ruins and desacrificed temples and, you know, just random baskets that have been there for the last 200 years. No, I promise this guar meat is perfectly good. I looted it myself from the ruined priory of Stendar. Oh, hello. You're not having a good day, are you? You gonna come to life? Didn't entirely surprise me. You look like the kind of thing that comes to life. We have seen some undead, but more spiders than undead, frankly. Ruined House of Stendar, okay. Look up here first then. I think I'm okay for human flesh at this point. You can't have too much of a bad thing. Okay. Oh, hello. Tristram called. Josie wants her hammer back. Stabby meat, my friend. You appear to be slow. And healing, which is annoying. Ugh. Too much clicking, hands dropping off. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I invoked Regard a Spirit. That would have taken even longer, but not, as it turned out, any sort of threat to my strength. Butcher's Cleaver, 60,000. Thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. Butcher's Sickle, 35,000. Very nice. Selling those to Creeper is going to take forever. Again, probably a thing, but I won't bother inflicting on you. You know, excellent cabbage, my friend. Retrieved from a human abattoir where demons were chopping people up into chunks. It'll go really well with your Kwama egg sandwich. Just think of it as a kebab, you know? I'm sure you've eaten worse things in kebabs. Just bowls. Thought for a moment there might be pies of some sort. Yeah, it's fine. There might be ways through some of these obstacles intended, you know, other than cheating. But it's okay. We have the prize of the place. The butcher's tools. I ought to play Oblivion Remastered at some point. Then again, as you can tell, we're 55 episodes into Morrowind and I've barely scratched the surface. So, maybe sometime in the 2030s? Guess we'll see. That was a broadly ugly little quest. Good work on the part of whoever created it. Definitely not what I would call a good time. And we probably ought to be looking in Shank's shovel for some evidence that Shank offed his wife too. Because that's a lingering thing, and since we're going back there, maybe we can deal with not Chassis and with the good news and then have a poke around. Oh dear lords. Chalder.
I
That's
take
it.
it you want something. Well, what is it?
You have returned. Have you gotten rid of the undead at Caldera Priory? I have. You entered Caldera Priory and lived to tell the tale. Impressive. Tell me, have you slain the monster? Yes, the butcher is dead, the undead are gone, and so is a whole horde of spiders. It should be safe to return to the Priory, but I strongly suggest you send in a clean-up crew first. Possibly of Nix hounds or something. Then meet me there. I want to inspect the grounds myself. Really? Okay. Curse your sudden yet inevitable betrayal, maybe? That's normally how it goes. We're not coming here for a reward, so presumably we're coming here for a spanking, so to speak. I see, I'm going around the other side. Well, that's probably the case. Just wanted to check. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. Well, you're good for your word. Caldera Priory seems to be safe again. For now. Yes, the undead are gone for now and the butcher is dead. But I had a look around and I fear the root of the evil has not been exterminated. I was down in the tunnels and moved aside a few rocks. Ah, to look at the lower section of the well. That must be where the undead and the butcher came from, only was to stop more from coming up. What indeed? There must be a cause for this undead infestation, something deep beneath the ground. I don't know what it is, but I fear it is still there. We must destroy it if Caldera Priory is to be truly safe again, and there is something else. Go on. I think Demas might still be alive. The Prior? You said he was slaughtered by the butcher just like the others. No, I only saw him being pulled back into the kitchen. I've looked everywhere and I didn't find his corpse, not any other sign of him. How can you be sure? His remains might be scattered among the house, too small for you to recognize. I mean, fair but dark. True, but I wasn't able to find his ring either. I doubt the butcher or the undead would have a use for it. Or the spiders, don't forget the spiders. Did you take a ring while you were here? Nope. I think I did actually, but probably not that one. Then I think Demas might still be alive. Perhaps they took him down to wherever they came from. Even if they did, do you really think they left him alive? Well, aren't I a little Miss Pessimistic today? I have to believe it. He saved me and he was always good to me. Please, Sire, will you go down the well and look for him? Yeah, of course. Thank you. Take this scroll of divine intervention and give it to Demas once you find him. He can use it to escape. Go with Stendar, hero.
No worries. I won't hurt you. Ask your question.
That's what they all say. And yet.
What's your story?
You know what my story is. I'm your minion. For the moment. Momentary minion? Momin. gotten those stones out of the way. Those you have. Interesting flower things. All that a drop? Barely even a twinge. Okay, can't fit through that. Probably can't cast before I use that, let's do a quick save in case I really don't need it. Probably can't cast anything while I'm swimming. Okay. Not seeing any sort of way through around here. Okay, nice acrobatics training, thank you very much, but okay. Potion of flying then maybe? Rising force, that'll do. I know I've got my dagger, but I never use these potions. I see. Not as small as it looked apparently. Either that or despite my huge shoulder pads, I'm in fact quite squirmy. I'm still floaty. Of course I'm still floaty. Might as well abuse my floatiness while I have it. Wow, something hit me in the feet. That's why you leave a slot open for an armored. Because occasionally you do get damage there too. Tank skeleton. Possibly just well armored though. Nope, champion. Hail to you, champion. I headed this way because I thought it was more likely to be the non-progress way. But I'm starting to hope that both routes lead to the same thing. Oh yeah, probably. An Oblivion Gate. Very nice. My god, you're even tankier than the Butcher, and something. A paralysis weapon. That's annoying. an archer somewhere doing this to me? Yes, there is. Come around the corner then. Come on. Come on. Give me those chink arrows. And let's have some of my fresh new tune milk. Still, when it comes to open us thy flame, let us bone until all that's left is bone. Poetic. Nothing really compares. Yeah, this is probably the other way through. Nothing really compares in terms of unnecessary dungeon maintenance to the work that the Draugr of Skyrim do on their tombs. Like all those candles. It's not just the fact that they keep them lit. Where do they get them from? Who amongst the Draugr is out there buying and distributing candles to every barrow in Skyrim? It's a real wonder. 150. I'll pass. Quite amazing. Can I strike you down? This is a stabby old weapon. Am I fighting several of you, or are you just good? Guess I'll find out in a moment, particularly if I get killed. I am fighting several of you. Luckily you just had hands. Skeleton Warlord. Ebony Broadsword. Very tasty. There an archer somewhere? Yep. At least people rarely make archers too tough. Spark arrow. Fine, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Well, here we are after an Oblivion Crypt in the face of an Oblivion Hellgate. And that's where we're going to leave it, because I'm pretty much out of time. Not least because this is a school day, as they say. And also, you know, hands and the achiness and clicking of tanky mobs and so on. But I will have my jar of milk like a good person. And let's just drop a save properly. I don't really normally do this on camera, but like we said, I'm tired. And yeah, we'll leave that there. Next episode, we will dive into the River of Flame and see what presumably Bernie wonders that holds for us. Bernie wonders. Sounds like a comedian. I'm Bernie Wonders, and this is my friend Schnorburns. That will mean almost nothing to almost anyone, but that's fine. It really shouldn't mean anything to anyone at this point in life. Yeah, still deeply horrified by everything. I'm going to try not to think about it, because that is a massive luxury that I have. And if I do spend too much time dwelling on it, I'm likely to go and spend a week hiding in the bottom of a cupboard and weeping. And then my boss will be unhappy, and I won't get paid, and they'll kick me out on the street, and I won't have my medicines, and everything will be horrifying. So, entirely the interests of self-defense. I'm just doing my best to block the world out right at the moment. I hope you have that luxury. If you don't, then you certainly have my sympathy. And I wish there was something I could do that isn't just record goofy episodes of Morrowind. But this is about it. This is about the extent of what I can get up to nowadays. Good luck. Have as much fun as you can. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.